Yo, 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 what up, Kevin?
Oh, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
What's up, man? Just finish up charting, seeing what I like for tomorrow. I'm already got it all set, and I'm gonna record this as well. But just in case people miss it, but I'm also gonna go live in the other Discord too, just for a brief second. If anybody even joins, if not, it's all good. But yeah, man, how was your weekend, bro?
Dude, my weekend, it's been something, just been pretty busy. What about you, man? How's it been?
It's been good as well. A little busy today. Just got home like an hour ago, so but we're live now, ready to chart up to what's good. What up, like Lycus, Eli? Not too sure what you go by. I remember reading your bio or Airy. So what's up, man?
So,
What's good, bro? How was
hi.
your how was your day today, man?
It's pretty good. I don't know. I'm just chilling at home
That's
this
good,
whole
bro. That's
day.
what's
Yeah.
up, man. So I
Mhm.
guess just to get right into it, and I am recording this, and
Oh, okay.
we'll just go right into it, and it'll be a quick one because I already pre-charted. So, but I'll show you guys what I'm looking at as far as like, just so I won't talk too technical and sound too crazy. But Spy,
Oh,
I have a few levels set on Spy that I'm ready to trade for tomorrow, and I have puts in a call level. Now, Spy does look pretty weak on the daily and the 4 hour time zone. The only good thing about Spy though is the fact that on this 21 or 50 SMA, which is a moving average, it's not reliable. It's not something that you should rely on because as you guys can see here, it's been broken before and nothing really happened. So, but we are here bouncing on that one. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But the only issue is the fact that this daily candle looks pretty weak. There's a lot of sellers here as well. Long wick to the upside. And also, it's elections week too. So we don't know what's going to happen since the elections is this week as well. But just real quick, the reason why it also looks a little bit more bearish as well too is because we have a 4 hour bearish engulfing and it's still downtrending. It's still in a downtrend. And what I mean by still in a downtrend is the fact that we have lower highs and lower lows. So we have a lower high and we're still creating lower lows. So it's still in a downtrend overall in the market. So I'm not trying to catch a reversal. I'm not trying to catch, calls and get wrecked because we still going to create lower lows. We just never know what's going to happen. Now, as far as where I plan on taking calls and puts at, it's very simple. So, and let me know if you guys have any questions along the way. But where I plan on taking calls at is above 575.73. There's a decent resistance area around here that looks pretty solid. And also, I have Fibonacci retracements on my actual chart, which is right here, and that's also just happens to be that level too. So 575.35 is a level where I plan on taking calls at, and I'll post this in the trade ideas too, so you guys can look back at it. And then puts, I would love to take puts in the market tomorrow overall, and because the reason why is because we're bearish on the higher time frames. So on the lower time frames, if we can still continue this downtrend, I'm going to take puts below 568.44. And the reason why I'm taking puts below 588.44 is because we have these nice areas of support here. And do not get me wrong, if we come here and we start to create some consolidation, maybe start not breaking below first, then maybe it won't be good for puts. But the moment we get a nice break below, then it's good for some puts. If we keep staying below this level, it's good for some puts. So I don't mind taking puts. I would love to take puts. And I don't know how long you've been in the game, Ari. I don't know if you know how long you've been in,
to
but yeah.
to be honest, I'm kind of new to it.
Okay, so is everything that I'm kind of saying a little bit too not too
I
confusing,
mean,
but a
I
little
mean,
bit.
I mean, to be honest, my brother, he kind of told me, "Hey, get into it." So I said, "Yeah."
That's
You
what's
know
up.
Scarface?
Scarface. I don't know Scar. Is he on YouTube?
Yeah, Scarface trades.
I have not, but you know what? Here, I'll write him down real quick on my little note board and Scarface YouTube. But no, what's up with him? Is he a good trader?
I mean, I don't know. I just look. I just watched like all of his YouTube videos and to see. I mean, I kind of understand it, structure and all that. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So
For now, I mean, for now, I'm doing like paper trading, and I'm like treating it like if it's real money, and then I'm right now, I'm hoping that I can get a job since I'm still in school, so I can
that's
like
good,
put in
bro.
real money.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's a good idea, and you have a good head on shoulders. The fact that you want to get a job to at least support what you got going on, and the fact that you're paper trading is awesome, bro. Because it's very important to at least paper trade. Because my first couple years of trading, I was straight losing. So you are gonna lose your first year at least until you can get a little bit confident on trading. So that's good, man. That's good that you're doing that at least. And the reason why I have calls and put levels is just because we never know which direction the market's really going to go. And I always emphasize that we don't want to be predictors, because I can say, yeah, we're bearish tomorrow, let's take puts only here. But what if we get a break to the upside and starts going bullish? And you got to have both levels to both sides. So, and you'll see overall over the week, these levels get broken, and I'll trade them, and I'll do a recap and show you guys why I took puts and calls in the first place for whatever reason. But yeah, so I have my call level set and I have my put level set on the market just in case. And this is SPY right here. So I like trading SPY because the contracts are very cheap. The only issue with SPY is the fact that it can easily be influenced by any other stock. So if there's some heavy news, or if one other stock's going crazy pushing up, then SPY just might do its own thing. So it's a very influential stock, but it's very cheap and fun to play with. Now, one last setup that I do have, because I'm only watching, I like SPY and I like Google. Google is a little bit more simple than what I just showed you. So Google actually looks pretty neat, decent. Google here is in this big range, and what a range is just an area where it just kept consolidating in. So it just kept consolidating in this general area, and all I did was grab the lows of this wick and the high of that wick and create this big box. Now, we are here on Google on the daily time frame testing this general area with a decent amount of buyers. Now, there's not a whole lot. And if market is bearish tomorrow, then this is not going to be a good setup. So if market starts trending down, Google is not going to be in our favor. But also when you go down to the lower time frames, like the 4-hour time frame, you can see again, we're still in this range. But here we are after earnings report, and then boom, look at these candles right here. These candles are indicating that buyers are doing their absolute best to step in. They're trying, they have long wicks to downside, and they're just trying to hold this general area of support. So they're just trying to hold it a little bit. And so where I created my call levels, where I plan on taking calls out on Google, if we get it, if we don't get it, I'm not going to even touch Google at all. If bears step in tomorrow and it's straight sellers, I won't even touch Google. But where I plan on taking calls out on Google is 172.20. And don't worry, I'll post this in the tab too. And if I do trade this one, I'll show you guys where I got in, why I got in, and how I even entered, and how did I spot it was going to keep on going up. So I got this area of resistance because if you see right here, we hit 122.19. And again, we hit 122.18 right here. And even over here, we hit 122.18. So 172.18 is a little bit more better, but I put 172.20 for more confirmation. And what I'm going to wait for is a 15-minute candle close above. And then when we get a candle close above, maybe we can wait for a retest and enter for some more calls for the upside. Or as of lately, I've been going a little bit aggressive. I haven't really been doing what I originally do, which is break and retest strategy. As soon as I get a candle close above, I just been entering calls and setting a stop loss below, pretty much real quick and real brief. If I do take calls here, I just set a stop loss, somewhere like this. I just make it look like this. A little bit of a stop loss. Let myself have some room for, a decent cut of a loss, but a higher risk reward ratio. And I'm going to post it. I have a picture of it, but I'm going to try to target 175 way up here. I want to try to target these recent highs. So a big reward ratio with a small stop loss of the general reactions around here. You guys can see that when we generally hit this general area, it does like to bounce. So if we don't bounce here and we break on below, then I just have to sell it. So I'll let you guys know how that goes during the week. I'll try to call it out too, but that's what I'm looking for on something like this. This medium risk, super high reward. So if we can get some calls and the market's bullish tomorrow, then Google is something I plan on taking for sure, guaranteed. That's pretty much, honestly, that's all I have for tomorrow. I was looking around other stocks. Nvidia doesn't look that favorable for me in my favor. I don't see nothing on Nvidia to take calls on, although it does look good and there's good news. I don't see nothing for AMD other than we keep on downtrending. There's just a consistent downtrend on AMD. We just keep on downtrending ever since ER. So if we do get above 145.75, I'll take calls, but that's all I have for AMD as well. It's just, and all I'm doing is just taking a break. All I'm doing before I'm gonna shut up here soon, but all I'm doing is taking calls above recent candle wicks and break and closes. So you guys can see over here in this general area, there's no candles that got above this level yet. All it is just long wicks. We just keep rejecting this area. So every time we come up to this level, we reject it. So this time, not tomorrow, maybe next week or even the next couple weeks coming along. If we can get above this level and hold it, then I most likely will take some calls on AMD. So that's the type of trading that I'm taking right now. And that's all I see for this week. So do you guys have any other questions, or if there's any stocks you guys want me to go over, or is there anything specific you guys want me to go over as well? I know you're a little bit new, Leak It or Airy, so if you do want me to go over something, I can definitely go over something for you, my brother.
I mean, I don't know. Anything could, like, whatever. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I'm only like
what do you
doing
trade on?
SPY.
What do you trade on?
My brother, Thinkorswim.
Oh, Thinkorswim. That's what a lot of us use. Kevin uses it too, and most of the traders in the Discord also use Thinkorswim as well. Some people are on Webull, but yeah, I like trading SPY. SPY is probably my favorite one to trade. I'm very profitable on SPY. There's a lot of other stocks that I'm more profitable on, like Nvidia for some reason, and AMD, and somewhat Amazon for some reason. But SPY is fun to trade. Now, the last SPY trade I took, it was a decent break. I honestly forget exactly where it was, but it was a nice break to some upside somewhere. But anyways, if I was to trade SPY, or if there is any type of trade setup, the way I trade is like this. The way I trade is I see this general area having some recent resistance levels, and I wait for these levels to get hit. So in this general area, you can see every time we get it around this area, it rejects. But this time, early in the morning, it breaks above. Now, there is no entries right here because the market's already open well above that. But that's pretty much just how I trade as well. I also look on the higher time frames to make sure these setups look good in my favor. Right now, puts look good, but we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. The only recent trade that I took was AMD, and I'm sure hopefully you saw my recap on it. But I took some AMD puts on Friday, and the only reason why I did that was because there was a lot of things going on in my favor. A lot of things. I mean, there was not only a pattern here, and this is the only trade I'll talk about as far as the trade idea. I did a video on it, but the reason why I even entered this trade, actually it was right here. The reason why I even entered this trade was because I was watching this bearish pattern. It's called a symmetrical triangle. The moment we get a break below, which is right here on this specific candle right here, but not only that, you also have a long wick to the upside. And a long wick to the upside, all that means is just sellers are stepping in. That's what it means. That means at one point, this candle was majorly green. At one point, this candle was trying to push up and hold, but then sellers took over and made the candle turn red, and they closed it below this trend line, below this pattern, and that's why I entered puts here. I entered shorts. I entered a position to take bets to the downside, and that's how I made on my first sell of my contracts. I made 45% down here, and even down here was 62%, but I was holding one more last runner, and it ended up coming up above. So, but pretty much what you need to do as a trader is just find the best trade setup in your favor. That's all you're doing. So don't try to predict the market. Over time, you'll learn what I mean. But I had to wait for the setup to form. I saw this setup forming here, and I waited for the actual right entry to take a put position at. And the reason why, like I just went over, is because this candle right here represents sellers are stepping in. Long wick to the upside, even over here. Same thing. Look at this candle. Long wick to the upside. Sellers are stepping in, and that's why they try to sell us off. But then again, look, you get long wicks to the downside, which indicates buyers are trying to step in. And it's just a battle between buyers and sellers. That's all the stock market is. It's just a battle between buyers and sellers. And you just have to find out who is more in control. And in this case, the reason why I entered was because sellers were in control. So, and also volume too. And I have a lot of videos on these. So you definitely got to check out the videos. But even I'm always willing to go over these with you if you ever want to go over a specific trade. If you ever want to go over anything specifically, I'm always willing to hop in a voice chat and chat it out and show you how it's done, show you when to, why I enter on specific trades, things like this, for example. Last thing, long wicks to the upside right on the support level, which is why we get a little bit of bullish. But then look what happens right here. This is the first candle break to the downside. Then you get a candle break to the downside. All you need to do is just, okay, either you got to create a trade plan. Maybe I'm going to enter puts and I'm going to put my stop loss maybe above here. So for an example, let's just go over this last one, and then I'll let you guys ask something. But let's just do this real quick. Let me just create this so you guys can see it a little bit better. Something like this. So pretty much, if you were to take puts below this break of this support level, because the candle, and the reason why you enter is because the candle's closing below. That's a bearish trend. That's meaning that, okay, now bears are going to step in. So let me just create this one a little bit better too real quick. Hold on. So if you were to enter puts, basically, you just wouldn't cut it unless the candle started closing above and bull started to step in. You wouldn't close it unless you get above here. You would try your best to hold it as much as you can to get a good gain. And in this case, if you would have held it to even, I don't know, on this candle right here, that's pretty fat gains, to be honest. So that's pretty much how I trade. I'm doing my best to absolutely capitalize as much as I can on specific trades now. I don't want to take quick little gains, 10%, 50%. I'm trying to capitalize on a lot of money. Same thing with this one. You know, this is a break and retest strategy. Every time you hit this, you see it's bouncing on this specific level. But anyways, man, there's a lot of things I can go over. But yeah, is there anything specifically that you would like to go over before we do close out of here? I also recorded this too, so you can always check back out on this video and see it. But I'm also going to post it in the Trade Ideas tab to show you guys more and stuff like that. So hopefully you're taking advantage of some of the tabs I'm posting on here. But is there anything you would want to go over briefly, or is there any questions that you have as well?
I mean, so in my opinion, I think trading is just all about experience. I don't know. I'm just trying to get experience. So yeah, I'm trying to. I understand. Like, so wait, how do you make it like so that the volume is like red and blue in the same thing?
I'll send it to you and hopefully it works. But it's called. I don't know if you can see this little settings that I just popped up right now. But if you can't, do you see what I'm popping up right here? There's like a little settings box that I'm popping up. I don't know if you can see it.
I don't have I'm only using my phone.
Oh, okay. If you're only on your phone, you won't be able to use it because it's only on laptops or just computers or desktops in general. But I do have a video. Okay. I do have a video which I need to go over it and redo it better to have better editing skills on it. But I do have a video on how to understand and read volume too, so you can use it in your favor without having to use what I have. But for me, this is a cheat code, man. I would agree with that. I'm pretty sure you want to use this too. But yeah, this is a cheat code right here. These little volume boxes and stuff like that. But yeah, you're gonna have to get a laptop for that one, my brother. You have to get a laptop for that one.
All right. Yeah.
But no, you are right though. It's all about experience. So over the years, when I first got into trading, I took many losses, like I said, because it's just all about experience and understanding what works best for you. So there are many different things that people use, different strategies. My favorite strategy is break and retest, but I'm trying something a little bit different today or this week. What up, Kev? And it's been working out a lot for me as well. So, what up, WBG? We're just going. We just went over the trade plan. I can go over it for you guys as well, but I'm answering Luca's question or Aries questions right now, so he's pretty new to this as well. But what's up with you guys?
Another scammer tried adding me.
Oh, bro, man, they gotta stop. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely not me. My profile is way different than these people's profiles. They got broke profiles.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you guys doing this weekend?
Doing well.
That's good, man. I can go over the trade ideas I just went over, but real quick, I do want to make sure Lucas is a little bit. I know there's a lot for him to learn, and there's a lot for all of us to learn. But is there any other questions that you specifically have, or anything that you want me to go over, or anything like that, or you just want me to just continue on?
Oh yeah, just continue on, man.
Okay, I appreciate you, man. And feel free to message me anytime too if you have any specific questions, brother. But yeah, WBG and Kevin, pretty much only two trade plans I have. It's just Google and SPY, man. I just plan on trading Google and SPY. Google is right here retesting this general range that it just broke out of on the earnings report play, and now it's holding the support level on the 4-hour time frame, even the daily as well. But on the lower time frame, I plan to take calls above 172.20. I'm going to post it in the Trade Ideas tab here soon, and I just plan to take calls on Google above 172.20 if we get it. If we don't get it and it starts to break down, I won't do anything with Google. I won't take calls right at open. I got to wait for us to get a candle close above this resistance level first, and then I'll take calls. And then,
all right, word.
And then real quick, last one on SPY. SPY does look pretty bearish on the daily time frame. Reason why I'm saying that is because this candle right here has a long wick to the upside, major seller volume. And on top of that, if you go on the 4-hour time frame, there's also a bearish engulfing right here, which just means that sellers are trying to step in on this specific candle, eating up the most recent buyers. And on top of that, we're still downtrending. We're still downtrending, lower lows, lower highs. So we might downtrend a little bit more tomorrow. Who knows though? And since the reason why since I don't know if we're still going to downtrend, I have call levels and I have put levels. Sorry, let me just go over them real quick. Where'd it go? Okay.
Hey,
What's good?
Jay. How should I refer to you? Like, should I just call you Jay or something
Yeah,
else?
yeah. You can just call me Jay. You can just call me Jay. My real name is Jose, so you can just call me Jay though.
Huh.
Okay.
Alright. Can
And
I,
then, oh, sorry. What was that?
can I just like sort of, what's the word for it? Copy trade with you?
Oh, of course you can. Definitely.
Alright.
Now, the only risk that I have with that is there are times where I do call out a trade and it doesn't go in a favor. Like, I think a couple weeks ago, I called out a Google trade and it didn't go right. But it was a cheap contract and it was only like a $15, $20 loss. So just be careful on that. Copy trading can be a little bit risky. Of course, yesterday, if you would have took any of my trades, they all hit. On Friday. And they did real well, over 30%. One of them even did 62%. But anyways, now where I plan on taking calls at for SPY and where I plan on taking puts at for SPY is, I'll post it too in the trade ideas tab so you guys will know. But I plan to take puts below 568.44, and reason being is because we have this most recent support here. Now, if we can get below this support with the 15-minute candlestick close below this support level, I'm definitely going to take puts below, for sure, guaranteed. I like puts a lot more since we're still downtrending, and it looks like it'll pay out a lot more. But tomorrow, if we don't get a break below that level and we start to go bullish, I will take calls above 575.73. Reason being is because not only is it a Fibonacci retracement level, which I have it on my actual main chart, which is just this level right here. It's a 50% level. But it also just looks good in general. You can see that there's some decent reactions here, decent resistance levels. So anything above 575.73, I'm definitely going to take calls above. And do not worry, I'm also going to post my idea in the ideas tab so you guys can always look back at it. But that's pretty much it as far as what I have for trade plans. I don't see anything else at all, really, to be honest. But if there's any stock you want me to go over, I'm willing to go over any stock. But that's all I see that's all I see so far.
So how can I like know how much I'm gonna make? I don't understand on the stance. When I do options, so like I don't really understand. I don't know how to say it, but like if it goes 40% up, let's say 40 cents up, does it like how would that equivalent in like money?
That's a good question right there. And there are many different factors that can specifically tell you how much you'll make. There's even an online website called Option Calculator, which will tell you exactly how much you'll make. But for the most part, if you're trading SPY and it goes up like 10 cents and you have a same day contract, or all that means is if you buy a contract that expires the same day, and let's say for an example on this trade right here, let's say you were to take calls above this resistance level, and the moment it pumps up even 10 cents to 30 cents, that's actually a pretty big move. To be honest, that's probably going to be over 10% to sometimes even 20-30% move on your contract. And the way you calculate percent all depends on how much you put in. If you put in $500, that's $50 gain. 10% is $50 gain. If you put in $250, that's $25 gains. If you put in $300, 10% is $30. But for the most part, trading is high leverage. So if you're doing option trading, it's really high leverage. You're controlling 100 shares within a contract. That's what option trading is. Option trading is really high leverage trading. You can win a lot of money and you can lose a lot of money fast. So if you were to take calls on this break of this candle right here, this single move from here to here it's hard for me to estimate because there's a lot of different factors that go in. But bro, this move right here is probably going to be, let me see, what is this? It's going to be a fat, when I say a move, if you were to take calls and bets to the upside on this candle right here, bro, this move right here to the upside, let me see, 574.75 to 570, bro, that's probably going to be like a 30 to 50% move right here off of this single trade right here. That's how much these contracts be moving if you trade them. Now, if you do want to be a little bit more safer, you can buy expiration contracts a little bit further. What's up, Stormy? But that's pretty much how it is. So I can go over a trade real quick that I made, and look at this. So check this out. I just went over this not that long ago with the gang as well. But on this trade right here, This was a 45% move and a 62% move as well. And what that means is that's just how much the contracts gained. I bought a contract off of this candle right here. As soon as this candle closed below, I entered puts to the downside. Now, all it did was move from 142.34 to 141.90, which is a pretty. Let me see how many cents that is. That's 30 cents plus 10 cents. That's only a 40 cent move. And that was 45% gain on my contract. So that's what high leverage trading is. It's really fast money making as well as it's really fast losing money. So understand that this was a 40-cent move to the downside and I made 45%. And the next candle that went all the way down even further, this was a 62% move. And then it started to pump back up and it was a negative 30 to 40% way back up here. So understand that option trading is really high leverage trading. You want to find the best trade setup in your favor and you want to make sure you're correct. What you don't want to do is enter calls here and watch this candles drop all the way down here. Dude, this will probably be like a negative 50% move on your contract if you're taking bets to the upside. If you're taking bets to the upside here and you see this big red candle, this is probably going to be a fat loss already on your contracts. And if you try to hold it and see what it does, a lot of people will say, oh, I'm going to hold it for hope. Hopefully it turns around here. Bro, they're done. So you just want to make sure you're absolutely correct on your trade. You want to make sure it's going in your favor almost right away. Now, there are times where you do enter and it doesn't go right away in your contracts or in your favor. For an example, I took NVIDIA puts and I was down like 20% for the first like 10 minutes. But then the next 20 minutes, it printed me a nice 38%. And I'll show you here. So I entered puts here on this candle right here. Then this next 15-minute candle started to pump up hella. And it put me down 20% on this trade. But I didn't sell it because it was just retesting the 90 EMA. We're still downtrending. We're still below the support level or the resistance level. So it was still in my favor. And as soon as I saw this candle reverse back to the downside, this was a 38% move. So understand that just trading in general is just really high leverage. It's really high risk. So you just got to make sure that the trade's going in your favor, man. And it's pretty hard to break down exactly how much you'll make every single time. But just understand if you put $30 or $300 into a single trade, 10% is $30. If you put in $100, 10% is just $10. So it just depends on how much you're willing to risk.
I'm gonna dip.
Yeah, it all just depends on how much you're willing to risk. You can risk. That's why I like trading SPY, and I recommend you trade SPY as well because if you trade SPY, it's less risky. You can throw in like $100 and lose 20% of that, which is just $20, and that won't hurt you that bad. Whereas if you threw in like $500 and you lost 10%, that's $50 loss. You know, that's just how it goes. But you'll practice more. Like you said earlier, the more experience you have, it's all just an experience game. So you'll test it. Test it this week with your paper trading and see how the contracts move. You'll notice that they move pretty drastically, to be honest. And it depends on how much contracts you buy. And like we just went over, long wicks to the upside represent sellers are stepping in. So look at this. Once you break below this little resistance level, we're trying to hold it. But the moment you break below, you get a long wick to the upside here, break this down, bearish engulfing here. I know I'm talking a little bit too technical, but bearish engulfing here just represents a more bearish move. And bearish just means downside. Bears means downside, bulls means upside. So, and again, another long wick to the upside, retesting this general resistance level, and then the candle turns to sellers. So it just depends on how you use your technical analysis in your favor to find these trades. And that pretty much wraps it up for today. But if you guys have any other questions, guys, like I said, I'm willing to answer a lot more. So if you guys have any other questions, I'm willing. I'm here. But that pretty much, if not though, that pretty much wraps it up for today's video. I will be posting this too. We're in about 30 minutes in, so. But no worries. I love talking about option trading. This is what I love to do, man. But is there anything you got to go over, Lucas, or should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, we should wrap it up here.
Okay, perfect, man.
Tomorrow's Monday. The market is gonna open up, so yeah.
Exactly, man. So yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes, and I'll let you know. I'll give you the trade ideas, and I'll also give you trade recaps for why I entered and how much money I made on them.
What's your time zone?
Right now it's 6:30 p.m. over here. I'm in Pacific Standard Time Zone. Are you in Eastern Time Zone? Is it already 9:30 over there?
I'm a Central.
Oh, you're Central, so it's like an hour or 2 hours ahead. So you're like 7:30.
It should be 8:30.
Oh, 8:30. Okay, nice, bro. Nice, bro. Okay, we got Kevin and Lucas or Ari. Same thing. You guys are both just 2 hours ahead.
Cause like, the thing that sometimes like, cause you know, since I'm in school, like I can't really sometimes trade in class. So yeah.
Yeah, that's okay, man. Don't worry. You know what I'll do though? As I'll trade for you, and I'll show you exactly how it's done. I'll give you the trade recaps like how I did on my last trade, and show you exactly why I entered, what was the reasoning, and you'll see what it all is, man. Because same thing right here. This is a trade that I took with the gang. Last little recap, and then we'll for end it. But look at the buyer volume here, and this is I know you want the buyer volume cheat sheet, and you don't have it unfortunately, but look at there's so much buyers here on this volume compared to yesterday, and this is what I do. I like to compare volume. There's so much buyers here, and buyers straight took control, and that's exactly why I told myself, and I have a video on it. I said if we get above this most recent resistance level and get above recent or yesterday's highs, I'm definitely gonna take calls, and that's exactly what happened, man. As soon as we broke above, let me just fix this a little bit better though. Hold on, let me just put a little bit more green to it. As soon as we get a candle break above, man, I entered calls, and that's why I printed a nice 35% on this trade right here as well. And it's very simple, man. You just got to use your technical analysis in your favor, and you'll see it over time, man. It just gets done with some experience. And the reason why I even took calls here is because look at every time we hit this general area, we reject, but not this time though. Not this day. We didn't reject this day. We actually closed above. So the moment you get a nice close above, you take calls. The moment you get a nice close below, you take puts, and we'll go over that more, man. But that pretty much wraps it up. Look at that. If we were to get puts and these candles were to go to the downside, then I'll take puts. It's very simple. That's how I trade. I trade the most recent reactions or the most recent support and resistance levels. Look at this. So the reason why I created this little zone right here is because all of these candles represent some support. If you break below your support level, then you got to be bearish. If you hold it and you just consolidate or just chill around here, then it's most likely gonna pop back up. But yeah, man, that's how it's done. You'll see during the week, bro. I'm glad you're a part of this community, so you'll learn. You'll learn.
All right.
And don't forget to check out the educational tabs. Don't forget to check out the live trades. There's many live trades that I've taken and recorded and posted. Don't forget to check out the terminology to understand the language, because I know some of this might sound like gibberish a little bit as far as bullish, bearish, calls, puts. I have a video on all that stuff. So if you want to understand that, I have a very simple video in the terminology tab, and you'll understand what I'm saying. But anyways, guys, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. I recorded this, and I'll post it here too soon. So appreciate you guys joining, though. I love that you guys were here, man.
I think thanks for popping out with the lecture. I know this takes time out of your day too, so thanks for that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Kevin. Yeah, and it does a little bit, but I love doing it. I love talking about it. And before we do go, you guys can head out of here. I am going to talk to Stormyth if he has anything. Stormyth, do you want to go over anything, any of your trades too, or anything like that, or are you good too?
No, I'm good, bro. I kind of joined late, but
no, I appreciate
I
you.
just want to see what y'all was doing and stuff.
Yeah, but I appreciate you, bro. Even joining, you always showing up every single time, man. You never fail. So I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Much love. Appreciate you guys, and you guys have a good night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's market, man. Let's freaking kill it this week. Have a good one, guys.
Yes, sir. We live trading, right?
Yep. We gonna be
Yeah,
we're gonna be in the live trades tomorrow, so we'll be there.
Bet.
All right, brothers.
Bro, I can't believe that guy just asked you, can I just copy trade you? That shit got me dead, dude.
I know
He said that. What?
Yeah, one of the other guys.
Dude.
I forgot who it was. I think it was WBG. So he's gonna have to pay for the premium. He's gonna have to pay for the premium to copy trade. Because I'm gonna start taking him a little bit more serious and start posting exactly when I enter, what the contracts were, and what the expiration date was. And I'm gonna start doing that so that if people do want to copy trade, they're gonna have to pay for the premium though. So, but I appreciate you guys a lot. So if that guy doesn't want to copy trade, he's gonna have to join the premium. We're gonna go live too.
Hey.
We're gonna go live in the premium chat.
In the premium
chat.
In the
And
premium.
if they want to get into it, they're gonna have to pay for the premium. So, but I appreciate you guys. Man. You guys have a good rest of your guys' night, man.
Good, bro.
Bro.
See y'all tomorrow, bro.
See y'all tomorrow, man. Let's freaking print.